Lately, I've been catching myself in the gap between who I say I want to be and how I'm actually showing up. So today I want to talk about what it looks like to live like the woman that I'm actually becoming, not someday, but right now. Okay, so let's talk about the gap, like the space that we don't really want to be in. So when I'm talking about the gap, I'm not just talking about business, I'm talking about in life. I'm going to give you different examples of how I've been in the gap and some of the things that I've been doing to get out of the gap, to bridge the gap, to get to the other side. And so the first thing I want to talk about is my business and talk about the way that I've been showing up and managing my team and managing myself as a CEO. And so for those of you that don't know, I own a learning and development company, and we build out small business programming for corporations. And so I have noticed that there's been a gap between the way my systems are set up. I throw stuff in Slack like confetti. Like I'm like, hey team, do this. Hey, can you do this? Hey, can you pick up on this? Right? And things start to fall through the cracks. And the gap of where I desire to be and where I'm headed is a multi-million-dollar company. If I'm living as the woman that I am becoming, are my systems all over the place to where I'm just dropping things in there as a CEO, hoping that my team picks it up? Or am I actually creating workflows and systems in the CRM that I pay for month over month? So that was one of the things that was kind of like a ding dong bingo for me. And so I spent some time over the past week or so really building out different sections inside of, we use ClickUp in our business. This video is not sponsored, by the way, but we use ClickUp to manage our corporate clients. We use it for managing my content workflow. So all of the emails that I batch for my newsletter, my LinkedIn content, my Instagram content, YouTube videos. We manage my brand partnerships in there, my speaking engagements. It's a whole operation. And I was using Slack. And so when I think about the gap and where I'm showing up now and where I'm going, I had to clean that up. And I think I was avoiding getting into the nitty-gritty of ClickUp because sometimes technology is overwhelming. I don't know about you, but sometimes when I'm learning a new tool or new tech or new system, I just want to stick with what works. I will be a Google Drive girl till I die, right? But I am stepping into the woman who owns a multi-million-dollar company, which means I'm going to be hiring more employees, which means communication and over communication is so important. And if we're not doing it in one central hub, things are going to fall through the cracks. Deals are going to fall through the cracks. Content's not going to get done. And we're going to stay at the level that we're at. And I want more. The second behavior that I'm tackling in the gap is being a new mom. My baby is 4 months old. And so I'm 4 months postpartum. And I really feel like at this time, and even a few weeks ago, that I felt like I was ready to start nourishing my body a bit better. For those of you that have been in the cravings of pregnancy, girl, Taco Bell was my jam. What else did I love? I loved a Sprite from McDonald's. Like those were the things I just could not wait to consume. But post-pregnancy and having a baby, sis, I need to get it together. And so for me, it hasn't been about the snapback or like the snatchingness, but more about the fact that I'm exclusively breastfeeding my daughter. I've made that choice. It's so important to nourish myself. And I found myself constantly going for the fast stuff, the easy stuff, the 2 cups of coffee a day, the chips, I'm a salty girl. I love chips, French fries, pasta, rice with soy sauce, like all of the things that were not contributing positively to my nourishment. And so recently I joined Weight Watchers, or I think it's called WW now, but I am a loyal, like I will always go back to Weight Watchers when I need to get my food under control. This is not sponsored, by the way, either. When I first lost weight, pre-baby, all of that, I think I've always had a relationship with emotional eating, food. Movement has never been my issue. And so when I first joined Weight Watchers back in I think that was like 2012, 2013, I don't remember. I lost 30 pounds. And it was the matter of tracking my food and seeing what I'm eating and being conscious of the things that I'm putting in my body. And it's so easy. It's an app. It makes it simple. And it also adjusts for me being a breastfeeding mom. So I joined Weight Watchers 7 days ago. Actually, today was my first weigh-in. and I'm down, drumroll please, 6 pounds, 6 lbs from getting out of the gap and taking my nutrition seriously in postpartum. So I'm really excited I'm gonna do a separate video about that journey, especially when it's all done, and weight loss. And it's not about the number, it's just the promise that I made to myself. And so acting as her and acting as that woman, that MILF, that baddie, the mom that Harlow needs me to be, not just now when she's 4 months, but when she's 40, right? Takes good care of herself, nourishes her body. And so I'm really, really excited to embody that woman and be on that journey. And it wasn't hard. Like, I wasn't starving myself. I was eating the things I love to eat. And so I'm just so excited to continue this and share my progress with you. The third gap that I'm actively working towards closing or bridging is my mindset, and just redirecting, reprogramming some of the patterns that I'm used to, whether it is the way that I get overwhelmed by things I can't control, or, having a baby really changes the dynamic of your marriage, at least for us. And so we're both focused on this little human, we're sleep deprived. And the last thing I'm thinking about, to be quite honest, is my attitude. And I'm focusing on all the things that my husband's not doing versus all the great things and all the attentive things he has been doing. And so part of that, managing my mindset and being conscious, is being really mindful of seeing the good, knowing that everything is working out in my favor, claiming nothing but abundance and overflow over my actions and the way that I show up on my way to places, speaking life over what's about to happen. And I'm really being intentional about that more than ever in this season, because the woman that I know I am and am called to be has it all, and all being what I define it for myself, right? And for me, it is a great life for my daughter. It is freedom in my life and in my business. It is just a nice tinge of luxury, not a tinge, just luxury in this one life that we get to have. And I really think that the determination of that and you actually getting that really stems from your attitude. So some of the things that I'm doing is, journaling. I am listening to affirmations. I'm writing gratitude for things that haven't already happened yet. I'm just finishing up a book called Break the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza. And it really talks about just breaking patterns, neurological patterns that you've had in your brain, in your life for years. And that takes time. So really just giving myself grace through this process as well. So I'm really excited. I can't even tell you how many times, whether it's in motherhood and maybe my husband did something a certain way, like feeding her bottle. And I'm like, oh, I would have did it that way. But I step back, right? I walk out, I leave the room. The old me, the unpatterned, broken me would have been like, The bottle goes like this, babe. Like, there's an ounce still left in the bottle. Do you know how precious breast milk is? Versus there's always more. More flows out of me. There's always more. What am I worried about, right? And it's that sense of ease and consciousness that I want to continuously stay in. Because at the end of the day, it's not a vision board that we want. It's a living board. It's you living and embodying moment by moment her. So as I close this video, I want to ask you a question. Are you living like the version who already has it? Are you moving that way? Are you talking that way? Are you walking that way? Are you thinking that way? And if not, what are 3 shifts you can make this week to step into her? Please do me a favor. If this video was helpful for you, like it, subscribe to this channel for more things motherhood, entrepreneurship, and abundant living. Thank you for joining me. I will see you in the next video.